straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M. Now we straight out the sentence. Then pay out, I'm finished. Then grade out the lake house, the bay, watch the women. Go meet your maker. Lord, please don't save them. Minor bumps as I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. This be my tunnel music. Like cut that confetti, I'm running through it. Like play that whole lane, I'm running through it. And if they run at me, let my youngins do it. I just married, I'm honeymooning. I got hot on my own and ain't nothing coolin'. I don't punch in no clock, I sun and moonin'. I'm shot, bullet, proven, let it go. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, hell yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, hell yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, hell yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. I'm so iconic. Yeah, I'm so iconic. Yeah, they don't get it, but I got it. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
They run out of the gun with Brooks here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brooks. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. Again, it's Johnson. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Purdy. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now Purdy. Screen play set up for Williams.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here's Purdy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 9.
Again, it's Achane.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
On 3rd down, Peoples. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 6. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Running left, Achane.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go now on first and goal.
Let's go.
Achane is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. A point after, good by Grupe.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. Powering his way forward. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs.
Breaks the tackle now with Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this to Baker.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
Purdy. That's complete to Baker. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4. They'll try and run here with Brooks.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
He finds his man complete. That's Baker. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brooks. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Baker. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards.
And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Final play of the half. Purdy.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
The third quarter begins with a run by Achane. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's 2nd and 8. A short throw to Ingram. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Still going inside the 20.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Devon Achane, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Grupe able to add the PAT.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Purdy from the gun. This ball taken in here by Brooks.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now. The field goal probably...
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 114 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Achane here. They stay on the ground. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
They'll run on first down. Peoples. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The point after, good by Grupe.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Garner. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Purdy now to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Purdy. He finds his man complete. It's Baker. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Purdy. Over the middle, complete. It's Garner. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. That is caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peoples, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
138 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Up the middle they go. Peoples. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Travis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, Peoples. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Achane.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown.
Devon Achane
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Here's Grupe for the PAT.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles.
Broski got me. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. It's that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on.